We keep importing COVID flights into Canada. Hi, I'm Brian Lilly, political columnist for the Toronto Sun. Despite what Justin Trudeau and his acolytes online might say, Canada's border remains a problem, specifically the air border. We'll get to why we don't know about the land border in a moment, but let me point out that from February 22nd until April 29th, that's last Thursday, more than 5,000 people landed in Canada who were infected with COVID-19. Now, here's the thing. Just 3,748 were infected and tested positive on day one, meaning the test when they landed. Another 1,411 tested positive on day 10 when they were at home. That means 27% of all the people who we've caught as being COVID infected through this testing system tested positive while they're at home. This, ladies and gentlemen, is very problematic because while Prime Minister Justin Trudeau likes to say we have among the most stringent border measures, we absolutely don't. If we did, we wouldn't have so many people showing up who are COVID positive. Between 1.5% to 2% of all passengers arriving in Canada over the last several months have been COVID positive, and 27% of them are testing positive when they're at home quarantining. Many of those people in quarantine are at home with their husbands, their wives, their kids, their grandmothers, their aunts, their uncles, their roommates. And those other people are not staying home. They continue to go to and from school and work. This is how we get community spread. I know the Trudeau Liberals love to say that the border doesn't matter, but when 90% of all new cases in Ontario, which has the most cases in all of Canada, when 90% of those are of the UK B117 variant that only came into the country last December, that tells you that travel is an issue. The virus didn't swim here. It came in on an airplane and it got community spread. And that's what's going to happen with the other variants that come into the country, including the one from India. Saying the border is not an issue is simply not true. Then we've got the land border. They still have not released numbers for how many people they've caught with their COVID tests there. COVID tests that, for the most part, are being done at home on day 1 and day 10. So we don't know what that is, but we do know that in a single week in April 12th to 18th, more than 192,000 people crossed the border. Now, if the same percentage of people were showing up positive, that would mean we'd be importing between 2,800 and 4,300 new cases of COVID-19 each week. We need better controls at the border. I'm not saying we have to close the border, but we need better controls. That includes limiting who can come into the country, because it's not just Canadian citizens, and making sure that we've got proper quarantining methods, because what's being used right now isn't working. And anyone that says otherwise needs to explain to me how 90% of cases in Ontario are of the UK variant that wasn't here just a few months ago. Let us know what you think. Drop a comment below. Share this on Facebook, on Twitter. Share it wherever you can. Email it to your Aunt May in Whitby and help spread the word.